Okay, so welcome to yet another Bot Academy live session by Activechat.ai. I'm Andrew from Activechat, the founder of the company, and we will be speaking about the platform today. And today we will have a complete walkthrough of our referral chatbot template. It will be a complete walkthrough with all these nifty, nice features that we have added recently. Referral messenger link, counting referral points, sending data to Google Sheets, sending messages to other users. The template is completely customizable and will be available to you after the session. And I have to I have to emphasize that it doesn't use any third-party integration tools. It's completely built with the tools that Activechat provides. So we are expected to have a special guest tonight, Balint Pataki from Chatbot Tutorial. I'm waiting for him to join us in this session. And while we do so, please let me know how do you like the platform so far. We will have this walkthrough for approximately maybe 30 to 40 minutes. Then we will have some time for your questions and so on. And I have to admit that today Facebook had some issues with connecting new pages and so on. Hopefully it's fixed now. And hopefully your bots and pages are okay now. Balint, are you with us or not yet? Just let me know if you are ready to start. Okay, while we are on it, let me show you how the template works on Messenger. We'll start with this template. It's Activechat Referral Bot version 2. And I'm just starting the bot to show you how it works. It's a basic introductory sequence. We'll walk through it now. And what I can do now, I can get sharing links. And actually, these can be made like a referral link for links on social media, on your blog, on email, and so on. And you can get a sharing card to share it directly on Messenger. The bot is asking me, would you like to share it on Messenger now? And if I click yes, I get this card that I can share with other users on Messenger. If I click share, and for example, type the name of my another account on Messenger, click send, and if I open this in another messenger, I can see that I received this card with the referral chatbot template and get it now button. When I'm clicking get it now, it takes me to the bot with referral link. And when I click get started, I got the same introductory sequence. And now the bot will ask me for my email. The bot says that, okay, I'm this and that, I can be used for this and that. Would you like to start now? When I click yes, I'm in, the bot is asking me for my email. And if I click my email for confirmation, let's check what we have on Google Sheets. The bot says me, awesome, your friend has just got one more point, and provides me with the same links, like sharing links, check my points, and so on. And if I go to Google Sheets to check this, you can see that a new line was added here with my user ID, with referral ID, and my first name, last name, the date when I was added to the chatbot, and my email. So looks like it is working, and I think that Balint is with us right now. Balint, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. Let me introduce Balint Pataki from Chatbot Tutorial, a friend of Activechat platform and a great chatbot enthusiast. And Balint, may I ask you to introduce you in a couple of words and maybe a little bit of background. Why are you with chatbots and what you think about this industry and so on?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me here and welcome everyone. I started around 2.5 years ago when Facebook opened Messenger as an ad destination. So I was doing Facebook ads and I saw it as a superb opportunity to build a list at the same time as well. And I got so passionate about building out these little conversational flows and funnels that actually decided to go full-time with bots and started Chatbot Tutorial. And in the last 2 years, it's basically all about bots, building bots for Messenger, different industries. I also teach it. I have a chatbot podcast where Andriy was actually a guest yesterday. And yeah, I'm super excited to be in this industry and see how it evolves.
Okay, thank you so much. We will continue with walking through this referral chatbot template, introducing these nice features like Google Sheets and sending messages to other users. And I will ask Balint to comment on some of these features and occasionally pass the mic to Balint to hear what does he think about this. Does it sound like a plan, Balint?
Perfect. Let's go on.
Okay, perfect. So let's go to our usual start block, which we have in every chatbot that we build. And we're catching this start event. And then we are doing some data blocks. Why we need this? And you can see that the first data block is setting bot link variable, setting it to messenger link to this chatbot. And another data block is setting offer link. And an offer link leads us to our web page where the actual offer is. This is an example offer, this template itself being sold with some discount on the website. You can completely customize this template and use any links here. And actually, these two data blocks are supposed to do this, so that you don't have to look through your skills and remember where did you put that link and this link and so on. You just use two variables and you put bot link and you put your offer link there and you are done. What we do next, we check with switch block a special system variable that is called event start payload. And event start payload is a variable that contains the value of ref link from Messenger. If you come from ChatFuel, if you come from ManyChat, you know that ref links can be used to trigger specific skills, to pass data to your chatbots, and so on. And we are using this in Activechat also. And what we do here, we are checking if this event start payload is equal to undefined. That means that we started the bot with no referral link, so it's just like finding the bot on Messenger or finding the bot on Facebook page and so on. If this is true, then we will trigger this start no ref skill, and we'll get to the skill shortly. But if we have some variable in our ref link, first thing that we will do next is we will check if this referral ID is equal to the ID of that specific user that is talking to the chatbot. If this is true, that means that this user is trying to invite himself to the affiliate program, and that is definitely not good. So we are telling something like, nice try. Unfortunately, you cannot invite yourself as a referrer, and then we go to the same start no ref skill. But if we have actual referral link in this chatbot, we will start another start ref skill. And the start ref skill will actually do the magic that I was showing you right now. Balint, any questions on this start skill? Any comments? Please let me know so that we can move on.
Seems clear, and I just love how you put the nice try and pay attention on this as well, because people tend to try their own links, and also sometimes it's confusing with the card when there is the link already in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a part of conversation design that we pay a lot of attention to in Activechat. Okay, so moving on then to start ref skill, and feel free to ask the questions. I will try to emphasize the screen to make to zoom it in so that you can see what is written in the screen. Please try to increase your settings in the webinar gem so that you can see it clearly. Okay, so we're starting the start ref skill with another catch block to catch the start ref event, and then we are assigning our event start payload value to ref ID variable. Why I do this? Actually, this is not necessary, but ref ID is shorter and easier to remember than event start payload and so on. So I'm just assigning the same value to ref ID to be used elsewhere in the chatbot. And then we are doing this introductory sequence. Hi, first name, welcome to Chatbot Academy. I'm Andy. I will help you get the most of viral campaigns and so on and so forth. This bot template is a simple referral program, sending some images or GIFs and so on. explaining how this bot can be used, and can be used for any number of products and offers. It can be completely customizable and so on. And then we are providing this button. You already have 20% discount, and I will send you another coupon 50% off when you share this with your friends and colleagues. Would you like to start now? Why I do this? First of all, this chatbot is supposed to be used for lead generation. And for lead generation, for most of your customers, I think actual emails code will have some value. So we will consider any user participating in this program only after he or she shares his or her email. So when the user clicks, yes, I'm in, we ask the user to send his or her email. Perfect, I will need your email address to send the coupon. And then we use this listen block with a share email quick reply. A quick reminder, this type of quick reply, it is here in the quick replies, will prompt the user with his Facebook email, and the user will have just to click this email to confirm it. What we do next, and again, even if the user doesn't want to share this exact email, he or she can type in the email when this listen block is active. So we are moving on to validation block, and in validation block, we are checking if user email variable, and let me show you in listen block, we are saving this user input to user email variable. We are checking if user email variable is email. That means it contains a valid email address. And then we're checking with switch block another system variable validation result. Validation result is updated each time you use this validation block. And if it is equal to true, then we are good to go and we can continue. If it is not, then we're asking user, sorry, that doesn't look like a valid email, please try again. And then we're connecting this block, going back to listen block, waiting for user email input. Yeah, is it okay? Is it clear? Please post your questions in the chat. And Balint, if you have any comments on this, you are welcome.
No, I think it's pretty clear. One thing I wanted to mention, it's maybe you can give them an option to not force them in a way. So if you want to go that way, you can just give an extra button and skip this part, or even like have some help when the email doesn't go through. I had it last day actually. Like someone had a valid email, but it was, I think it was unsubscribed or was like a dangerous category by MailChimp. And I had to fix manually. So in the second round, maybe just offer human help as well. That could be helpful for some cases.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And all that is needed for this, you can edit this text block. Sorry, that doesn't look like a valid email. Please try again. And then you can add a button here, a link into like, would you like to talk to a real person, or would you need some help, and something like this. So great point, yeah. Okay, so when we have valid email, then we'll start this magic with new Google Sheets block. First of all, we will use this Google Sheets search block, and let me show you first how to set it up in integrations. If you go to settings integrations in Activechat, you have this new tab Google Sheets here. And currently I have my Google Sheets account connected. When you will click this tab for the very first time, it will show you, it looks like your Google Sheet account is not connected yet, and you'll be able to authorize with Google and provide permissions to access your Google Sheets. Then when you have new Google Sheets in your account, you just click refresh, and the Activechat system will fetch these new IDs and new Sheets names into your account. Okay, and then if we go back to the bot, we are using this Google Sheets search block, and it sits here in this green blocks, Google Sheets search and Google Sheets update. We are selecting our Google Sheet, and then we are selecting the sheet inside this Google Sheet, and it's usually sheet 1 if you don't have anything else. And then what we do next, we check if our Google Sheet already contains this user ID that we are working now, the user ID of the current user that is talking to the chatbot. Why do we need this? Let me get back to this Google Sheet momentarily. You can see that we have user IDs in this A column. This check was made to see if another user has already invited this user to our referral program. Obviously, if this user was already invited by another referral, there is no sense in adding points to a new referral. So we are searching our column A for this user ID. Getting back to the chatbot, don't forget to add this small text block with errors. Don't forget to connect it to error buttons in your skills, just to let you know if anything goes wrong. Because if you don't have anything connected here, and if something goes wrong with Google search block, then the bot will stop silently, and you'll have no clue what is going on. So please always connect this small text block to error buttons and provide output of last error system variable. It will contain the explanation what exactly was wrong. Okay, so we are searching for ID. Let me remind you that $_ID is a system variable containing the messenger ID of the current user. We are checking if this ID is somewhere in the column A. And then we're checking another system variable, GS result. It will be okay if this ID is found somewhere. So if it contains okay, then we say this text. It looks like you have been already invited to this offer by another user. And we are using this, pay attention to GSB variable. When we use this GS search variable, and if the value is found somewhere in column A, then GSB, GSC, GSD, and so on system variables will contain your complete cells from this row. So actually, if we find this variable in this spreadsheet, for example, somewhere here in row 3, then ref ID from column B will contain the messenger ID of user who originally invited this one. I know it can sound a little bit messy, but I hope you are following me. So your latest invitation will not add points to your new referral, and in new referral we're using our ref ID variable. But if we didn't find this user ID anywhere, that means that we have a legal new referrer, legal new user in our chatbot, and then we will add this user to our Google Sheet. What we'll do, first we'll find where the end of our sheet is, and we're using this GS search block again, but now we do not provide any value here in the value setting. It will find the first empty row, the first row where column A contains empty value. And then we will have this in our GS row system variable. And immediately we're going to GS update block to update variables in this row. Again, we're using spreadsheet AC referral bot template. We're using this worksheet, sheet 1. And we're using GS row system variable that was generated by this GS search block. And then we just add cell values. Column A will contain ID system variable, the messenger ID of current user. Column B will contain ref ID that we get from ref equals link. And C, D, E, F, and G will contain first name, last name, and the user email, and a timestamp. A timestamp is generated from year, month, and date system variables, and then hour, minute, and second. If it makes sense, please let me know. And if you have any questions on these Google Sheets integration blocks, just let me know. And meanwhile, Balint, any comments on this, on Google Sheets integrations, how Activechat sees it?
I think it was a good explanation, and probably sometimes for many people, like they have to rewatch this to internalize a little bit or just like play around. But I could follow, and I think it was great. One little comment I would like to add with the error that you mentioned, that it's a good idea to put the error message there so you know what's the issue. That this part goes to the end user. So what you can also do is have some sort of email, or later with the chat, with the live chat, just a notification for yourself to see what was the issue there. And you can, because the error is not for the user really, it's for you to fix things.
Yeah, that's a great point. And actually you can be using this, let me show you. You can be using this trigger block to send this error message to you as bot admin. And we will get back to this in a couple of minutes.
Oh yeah, I noticed it already. I haven't tried yet. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay, any other comments? And while I'm checking the chat for questions.
I don't think so. I think it was really clear, all the flow and the information needed. So yeah, great job on that.
Okay, thank you. And we are moving on, not to waste anyone's time. So now when we have this lead in our Google Sheet, what we can do, by the way, if you would like to, I can share this Messenger link on Messenger in the chat now so that you can try, and while we are live in this session, you'll see this Google Sheet populated with your IDs. Hold on for a moment, I'll get the link for you and post this in the chat. So I'm going back to the bot. I click this Get Sharing Links button, and I have this MME link to the bot with ref equals parameter. I will copy this, and I will send it to myself on Telegram, just to make it quicker.
You can send it to me as well. I can drop into the chat.
No problem. I'm almost done with this. Just one more minute.
But we will penalize the people who will try to use their own links. So be aware.
Definitely. So yeah, here it is. And I'll post it as a sticky message on top of the chat. Yeah. Can you see it in the chat, on top of the chat?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. So guys, you are free to use this link, and when you click share email, your contact details should appear here, and we can watch it live. Meanwhile, I'm moving on with this new ref add block. These two new blocks sit in the JSON category, ref add and ref data. And what these blocks do, ref add will add points to a specific referral ID. Actually, this is like a small database that will keep track of any referrals added to this specific ref ID. So I'm just passing this ref ID parameter, current user ID, and then first name and last name of the invited user. Why I need this, I will show you when we get back to another skill, checkpoints. And then again, I have this error button connected to a text block, something wrong with adding points to your friend, and again showing last error system variable. And when we are done with this block, we go next to a trigger block. And what a trigger block does is actually a nice feature that we have in Activechat. It's triggering an event in the same chatbot, but for another user. And what we do now is we are using this ref ID, the messenger ID of a referring user, and the event new referral. I will show you this new referral event in the skills in a moment. And we are adding some values to be sent to that event. New ID and new name. We're sending new ID, the messenger ID of the current user, and new name, the first name and last name of the current user. It looks like someone is adding values. And actually, if I check on Messenger, you can see how this block works. I'm receiving messages. Lasse Sonin has just signed up with your referral links, Tristan Roni, Matthias Schwelm, Christian Emlich, and so on. So you guys signing up with this link, I'm immediately getting notifications in this chatbot as a referrer. So I know that people are using my referral link and joining the chatbot. And if I go to Google Sheet to check this, yeah, you can see that we are adding lines with new IDs. Hopefully that makes sense, and let me show you how trigger block works. So we are triggering event in another user. We are triggering this new referral event for another user. And if I go to new referral skill, it's quite simple. We are sending a simple message, hey, great job, new name has just signed up with your referral link, keep up the good work. And new name variable, where do we get it? Actually, if we go back to the skill that we are working on, to trigger block, you can see that new name contains first name and last name of the user that is being referred. So, Balint, any comments on this, on trigger block? Do you get the idea? And please ask questions in the chat also if you have any questions. Balint? Okay, it looks like Balint got disconnected temporarily. I will continue meanwhile while we wait for him to join us. So, and then when we have used this trigger block, we are just sending confirmation. Awesome, your friend has just got one more point, and go into our regular bot menu, click the button below to get your 20% discount and all this stuff, like buy the template, get sharing links, and check my points. These three buttons are different. Get sharing links will trigger get link skill. Check my points will trigger check points skill. And by the template actually contains this variable offer link. And if you remember, when we started communicating to the bot, we used data block to set offer link to your actual link to your offer on the web, to your web page or to your Facebook product and so on. So if it makes sense, please let me know in the chat. How do I merge two variables? I don't have to merge it. When I'm using this trigger block, I just put one variable after another. I'm using first name, then space, then last name. And that actually merges these two variables together. We are using JavaScript style notation, so it's quite easy to do in Activechat. Just for a quick reference, let's check the start no ref skill that is supposed to start when people are using regular messenger link and no referral in it. So it's the same sequence, hi, these bot templates and blah, blah, and so on. Would you like to start now? And again, we're getting this email from user, validating the email as described before. And then we just add this email to our database. But now we are not adding any points to our referral. So we just add this lead with no referral to our Google Sheet. And then send in exactly the same message. What would you like to do now? Get sharing links, buy the template, or check my points. Please note one more nifty thing, this catch for persistent event. And what it does, actually, when we have this catch with persistent name, we can use send block with persistent event to trigger this block from anywhere in our chatbot. And I will show you how it is made in a couple of moments. So, yeah, Ramon, definitely. Please ask what you would like about GS blocks. And if you have any questions, let's have 5 minutes to discuss this. This is a brand new integrations. I expect maybe there are some bugs in it yet, but we have tested it and it looks to work fine. What you can do with this integration, you can, again, you can search Google Sheets for a specific value in specific column. You can get values from a specific row by row name, and you have the system variables GSA, GSB, and so on with the values of your columns in this row. And you can update specific row with new values.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect, Balint. Great to have you with us again.
Sorry, I had some tech issues with my mic.
Yeah,
I just wanted to point out, I like how you can pass the variables to the new user with the trigger. So great job on that.
Yeah, actually, I love this. And this trigger block, the primary use for this, okay, you can definitely use it in chatbots like dating services and so on when you want to connect to users to make them able to communicate together. But the primary use is, yes, send some information to chatbot admins. And actually, when you are building chatbots for your customers, you don't need even something like a web panel or web interface for a bot admin. You can just use specific keyword or maybe specific skill that can be accessed through a messenger code scanned by a phone. And then this user will get admin rights, and you can send messages to this user ID with a trigger block.
Yep, yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, Zamarin, the date and time are currently we are using GMT time zone, and soon we will introduce time zone settings in your chatbot settings so that you will be able to add any time zone that you would like to. Okay, let's momentarily check these two skills to checkpoints and to share. Checkpoints skill is doing a quite simple task. It's let me show you how it works. For example, we have lots of people signed in through my referral links. And if I click checkpoints now, let's see what happens. We're checking, and amazing. You have 18 points and you are eligible for 50% discount to get this awesome referral template. How do I know that I have 18 points? And for example, if I go to my another messenger here and checkpoints here, I'm clicking check my points. And here I have 102 users signed up with my referral link. We have been testing this. If you remember, this template bot was posted on our Facebook community. So 100 users tried signing up with it. Let me show you how it works. And another block is used here, ref data. And actually, all that you need to do is just pass the user ID to this ref data, and it will fetch the stored variables from our database. And you have two actions, get or clear. Clear can be used if you want to drop your referral points for some reason, like rebooting your referral program and so on. But the primary usage will be get points, and then you will have a couple of system variables. You will have ref clicks that will contain the number of clicks, and you can see that I'm using switch block to check. If ref clicks is equal to 0, then I'm sending this message, no signs of movement, 0 points, and then I will get to this in a moment. If I have referral clicks between 10 and 20, this means that I'm eligible for 50% discount now instead of 20. And now I'm showing amazing, you have ref clicks points and you are eligible for 50% discount. And then I'm changing my offer link to another offer link with a greater discount, and then going to persistent menu. You please note this send persistent. If you remember, in this start no ref skill, we have this catch for persistent displaying this short block. What would you like to do now? Get sharing links, buy the template, or check my points. Getting back to check points, and then if I have more than 20 points, then I am eligible for this template completely free. So you have invited ref click users, and you can get this template for free. And then instructions how to redeem this coupon, how to get this offer for free, and like go into app and redeeming this coupon. If it makes sense, please let me know, and I'll move on. Balint, if you have any comments, please free to do.
Just wanted to add that from experience, we know it very powerful when you help the people to know their progress, and also just give them a little bit more incentive, or just like having a progress bar of some sort, and see, okay, you need 2 more people, you need just 1 more person, and you can be very creative with this and having different levels or just advantages, as you mentioned.
Yeah, that makes sense. And again, this is conversational design, and you can build almost anything like GIFs and these different like progress bars and so on. So it's completely up to you. You can use this in a switch block to show different values based on how many points you have. Okay, so then what we do next? We are checking with this switch block, this variable updates. And what does it do? Actually, this is a variable that I'm using in this template to check if the user wants to receive daily updates on the number of points that he or she has. So yes, we are sending these notifications, instant notifications, but this chatbot template can send daily notifications. And if updates is equal to true, then we are going to persistent menu. And if it is not, let me remind you that this is the very first time we are calling this checkpoint skill. So we have checked points, and then we are offering the user an option. Would you like me to send you daily updates on the number of points you have? You can cancel it anytime with 2 buttons, yes, please do, or no, thanks. If the user clicks no thanks, okay, sure, no problem, just get back to me occasionally and type points to or something like that. But if the user wants to subscribe to these daily updates, then we set updates variable to true, and then we are starting the timer. And the timer will run after 1 day, and then every single day, I have put the limit of 100 days, so you can change this also. In every single day, it will trigger this daily update skill. And the daily update skill is quite simple. We are sending we're checking if subscribed value equals true, and subscribe to the system variable that shows you if the user is subscribed to your chatbot. And then we're checking if updates is set to true. And then we're sending this simple text message, hey, would you like to check how many points you've got? Yes, check points, get my share and links, or unsubscribe. Makes sense? If you have any questions, please let me know. And Balint, if you have any comments on this subscribe and unsubscribe blocks that we introduced recently, please let me know.
I like it. I don't think I have anything to add.
Okay, perfect. We'll definitely have time for a general discussion with you in a couple of moments. Just showing you how this unsubscribe skill works. We have basically two skills combined here, unsubscribe and subscribe, and they are interconnected. We are setting, if we are triggering unsubscribe, we are setting updates to false, and then setting status to unsubscribed, and then send a message, sorry for bothering you, you're unsubscribed, just type subscribe if you would like to subscribe again. And then for subscribe, we have the similar, updates equal true, status equals subscribed, and then great, I'm here again. If you ever change your mind, just type stop. So basically, that's all. And this is this template. As you can see, the skills are quite simple, but the bot logic is quite complex, and it does a lot of fancy stuff. One last skill that I forgot to mention is this share skill. And this is the one that lets you share the card on Messenger with your friends and colleagues. So when the skill is triggered, we have this just click share button below to send this advanced referral chatbot template to your friends on Messenger. And then we have this gallery card. It's a regular gallery card with a specific button, share. Don't forget to include this Get It Now link that will contain your referral link if you are building a referral chatbot. And you can see that we have this bot link variable here. We have set it in our start skill. Then question mark, ref equals, and then ID of the current user. And it will generate this link that I was showing you previously. If I click Get Sharing Links, it will generate this link like MME, bot link, then ref equals, and my ID on Messenger. So it looks like the walkthrough is over now, and now we can answer the questions that you have. And meanwhile, while I'm checking your questions on the chat, I would like to ask Balint, first of all, maybe to tell a couple of words about what is the objective of chatbot tutorial, and then maybe elaborate a little bit on these chatbots for referral marketing and chatbots for viral campaign. If you have any previous experience with this, if you have some specific use cases, maybe, and I'll describe some use cases after that.
Okay, great. So I have one little question, just if we have this card on the screen. So I know that Facebook allows that it will be a different card if people share it natively with the share button. Mm-hmm. It's possible to have for the other user a different version, because it can be confusing that only the card is shared and the card has the share button on it.
Yeah, I see. That's a great point. Actually, we don't have it right now, but that's a great point. Nice that you mentioned this. And I will talk to developers. We will add a specific feature so that you can hide this share card when this card is being shared on Messenger. That's great.
Exactly. And yeah, that leads to my experience as well. So it can be a tricky point when you want to use this native share function of Messenger. And the way you can make it easier for the users as well is just explaining how it works. Maybe do a quick video. We had a great success story on this with a student of mine, and he had 7 times cheaper leads with a referral system and the whole Messenger funnel for a local event. It's actually, you can listen to this podcast. It's has been published a few days ago only. It's the Chatbot podcast, episode number 14. I will probably put the link into the description here. And basically what he did is he just explained everything point by point, how it works, how you can share this card, did a screen share video even, what happens if you click on it, how the whole thing goes down. And it increased his the sharing rates by a lot. I don't know if he has exactly the data on that, but he was like tweaking the flow in the meantime, and just explaining everything super clear to the user was really, really powerful with this method.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And this user communication and making your point obvious is extremely important. And yes, what we're describing now is just a basic template, and you can start with this template and customize it limitlessly, and you can do almost anything that you would like to with Activechat. So it's definitely a good idea to put videos, to put explanations, and to help user to achieve the goals that the user is supposed to achieve.
Exactly, and I think it's great that you don't put all this extra in it. So we don't want to overwhelm everyone, and not relevant for everyone. But yeah, you can tweak it to certain points. And yeah, this is exactly the point where the condition is needed when you have the switch to check for their own ID, because many people will click on the get started and redirect with their own ID to Messenger.
Yeah, and there was a question on the chat. I can see. Let me find this. It was like, could one have a loyalty program which awards a point and then a referral that awards points to each referral? And basically, yes, that is possible. You can do multi-level campaigns with these blocks exactly the same way. And you can use even if you would like to track multiple referrals, you can use, instead of these two simple ref add and ref data blocks, you can use these Google Sheets integrations to store data. For example, let me get back to the Google Sheet momentarily. For example, you can store your referral ID here, and it can be multiple rows with the same referral ID, and then referred users here, and then again multiple rows with the same referral ID, and then sub-referrals in the column C, D, and so on. So it's definitely possible. Okay, a couple more questions that I noticed. Can we start over? Ramon, if the question refers to the webinar, no, but hopefully we'll have a replay on YouTube available. But if the question is about referral program, yes, you can you can clear these referral points when you want to restart the program with this. Let me show you. In JSON, ref data block, with action with ref clear, and it will clear the points stored in the database. It will clear the names and so on. By the way, let me show you how it works. If I go back to the bottom messenger, and if I click checkpoints, somewhere this checkpoint skill is triggered. The messenger is slow today. Yeah, looks like we're having again some issue with Messenger. We had a couple of these today. It is not related to Activechat. Facebook is having some strange behavior with these gallery cards being displayed in random order. Okay, we have this. Give me a second. We're checking the chatbots, and let's see. Actually, we have this data with all your referrals stored in the chatbot, and I will show you how it looks like in a moment. Can a user subscribe to multiple skills or just one subscribe for the whole bot? Katie asks. Actually, I'm not sure I get the question. The skills is something that is triggered by events, and definitely the user can use as many skills as you would like to. It's completely up to you with your conversational design. Okay, looks like we have the data here. You have 20 users. Okay, it will not show me the list of my users. Let me check this on the template. I want to show you how to use this ref data to fetch the list of users that you invited. And the checkpoints, where are the users?
And just to expand on Katie's question, I believe if you have like different options to subscribe to, you can do it, just manage it on your own. So you can have these data and switch blocks, and you can manage different weekly newsletters or updates on this, or frequent updates and so on. And there is one system subscription built in Activechat.
Yeah, exactly. And just to show you how it works with ref data, I will add the displaying this variable here. Your users are, and then I will use ref usernames variable here. And the ref usernames is the variable that is fetched from this ref data block, and it contains the name of the invited users. I'm clicking run to start the bot again. And I'll show you how it works on Messenger with all these usernames in a moment. Meanwhile, let me check the questions again. Yeah, Ramon, a great comment. I like the trigger block, as you can send a realtor a notification you have a new client. And actually, that's what you can do with this trigger block. You can send even lead data to your own customers, to your bot customers, so that they know how your chatbot is working immediately. They don't have to wait when you update the leads and so on. They receive the data from your chatbot in the messenger, and it can look actually great for them. So basically, that's all for the template. And again, Balint, you have been discussing these referral cases that you had. Could you please tell a couple of words about the Chatbot tutorial? What's the aim of the project, and what are you doing with Chatbot tutorial?
Sure. So Chatbot tutorial shares my values, and one of them is we shouldn't have to learn how to code. In terms of this, and I'm really big on this, to utilize different tools out there and make still clever and smart chatbots without having to learn how to code. So that's where I try to give out material on YouTube, on the Chatbot podcast, on the blog. And I also have a paid mastermind a program where we go into details how to utilize these tools, and Activechat is just one of them that is coming in my new updated course. So I'm really stoked about that, to explain everything and help people how to utilize Activechat, because some of the things just like I learned today is so powerful. So I'm really stoked about that. And yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out.
Yeah. That's great, and I will post the link to a Chatbot tutorial. Actually, you can find it at chatbottutorial.com, I think, and I'll post the link in the recording of this video. Meanwhile, we have like 10 minutes left in our session for your general questions, and as usual, I would like you to share your opinion on this event. How do you find it, and how do you like the event? So, meanwhile, waiting for your questions. And Balint, what are you working right now? What is the case that you are building? Maybe with Activechat, maybe with some other platform. Do you have something interesting in the works for the chatbots?
It's funny that you asked, because I noticed on some of the screens that you named this chatbot as Andy.
Yeah.
And I just finished an app on a bot called Andy.
Yeah, I see.
So it's funny. It's about a university, and we basically help students and prospects to navigate in the world of the university and give them information, help to connect them with the staff. One of the things that I implemented, and I couldn't really have done it so easily without Activechat, was the Twilio integration. So whenever they book a phone call with some of the staff, we also send them an SMS confirming this call. And also we track the data in the Google Sheets. So we have some feedback going on. So we ask how helpful the bot was, and we track this where the interactions go well and where they a little bit less optimized. So we can use this data in the future. I'm not sure what's interesting in that bot as well. Yeah, the native NLP integration is really great. And I think implementing the knowledge we have from today could also add some sort of invitation or referral system in there as well.
Perfect. Thank you. We have a couple of more questions in Q&A section. William is asking, could you add a random unique coupon code to each subscriber? Yeah, you definitely can. And how you achieve this is you use Google Sheets, and you pre-fill these coupons in Google Sheets rows, and then you just use one row to store the number of the coupon that you are currently sending. And then you'll fetch the number of the coupon, increase this number by 1, store it back to this row, and then fetch the row with new number, the new coupon from that row. So it's like 2 or maybe 3 or 4 blocks in ActiveChat, and done quite easily. Then Justin asks how to check the data, let's say variation JQK in column A. You just use the GS search, and it's case insensitive, and you have this switch block, data contains or data equals. And if you would like to find the substring in the specific cell, then you just trigger this to be data contains, and it will find the substring. I hope this was the question. And then Lasse is asking, could we have webinar related to white label agency features? Actually, as promised to AppSumo Crowd, we will have this by the end of March, this agency and the white label features, and we will definitely have an explanation on how it works and how it can be used. Meanwhile, I would like to thank you everyone for being with us tonight. Hopefully this walkthrough give you some value. The template will be available in both templates by the end of this week. And thank you for being with us. And please let me know if you have any questions for our next sessions. Just comment on YouTube video and just comment on Facebook page on our Facebook community. Thank you so much for being with us. And Balint, many thanks for coming as a special guest. Many thanks for your comments. I do appreciate this very much.
Thank you very much for having me, and don't hesitate to hit me up with any questions in terms of ActiveChat. I'm moving to Kiev tomorrow in the morning, so I think I will have a closer look at how the company evolves and be more involved. So just don't hesitate and reach out.
Great, that's awesome. Thank you. And everyone, take care. See you again next week, and enjoy ActiveChat, and try to build bots that bring actual value. Thank you so much. Good night.